right now you're already at 100, 103?
Yeah, 103? I think so.
What was the parang was there ever a breakout video or
there are some videos na it made my subscriber count go up.
Yeah.
But it's still a struggle pa rin. Like, even now, like I have to it depends on the content that I make. Ako kasi I don't have a particular niche that I'm targeting. Like it's just whatever I want to make, I put it on my channel. It'd be a faster growth, I think, if it was more focused. If I focused on a particular audience. But siguro when my channel like really started gaining traction was when I went on a trip with a couple of other vloggers who were already popular into Sagada. So it was like a collaboration situation. It was Bani, Richard Juan, and Jesse Corcuera. We were sponsored by a travel agency, Travel Now Asia. Shout out.
Travel Now Asia.
Yeah.
Okay.
To go to Sagada and vlog there. And so I was with these other travel vloggers for the first time. I was trying to figure out how I could differentiate my vlogs from them. So that's also when I first tried doing videos through voiceover na lang instead of talking to the camera, because like I said, I'm an introvert and I'm not a very spontaneous person. So it was really a weakness of mine.
Hindi halata. Pero I see your point.
Yeah. It would be better for me if I prepared what I had to say first before instead of just being spontaneous like other vloggers.
The voiceover is genius. I have to say, the voiceover is just genius. I like it. It's relaxing. Because very pleasing to the eye na yung visuals eh. And then plus coupled with the very soothing voice. It's hard parang sometimes when you watch, I'm not sure baka Tito na naman to, si Paul Logan, when you watch him parang so loud. Diba? Parang nakaka-tense eh. So at least with yours, nung nilagay mo yung voice over plus the visuals are amazing.
I think it captures a particular audience din. Like for example, yung regular vlogger style na so sporadic, so loud. It's more for a younger audience, more for kids, teens, ganon. Whereas mine, which are more mellow, it's for titos.
Yes, sir. Not just titos, no. Pero I think I beg to differ. I think it cuts across the demographics na parang it's not so specific for the titos or the older ones. Kasi it's nice to watch a video and then you feel like it's time well spent. Parang sometimes pag kumain ka sa restaurant, pagkabayad mo nung hindi okay yung food, pagkabayad mo ng bill, ang sama, diba? Parang ganun ako sa video minsan I watch a video and then I feel like, wow, that's 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So, pero if you watch a video that's really quality and you feel like may takeaway, that's when you feel like, okay, sige, I'll subscribe to this channel. So I think that's why partly your subscribers really went up, not just because of the you went with the Sagada trip ba yun, you were saying. And maybe I like how you prioritize storytelling. You can see it on the content your priority is storytelling, especially with I like the Diwata story. You animated this one?
Hindi naman siya like animation, it's more like I drew it tapos made the camera move. So it's more of like a animated storybook. Parang that's what I call it. So.
And then when did you come up with are you obsessed with the future?
Medyo ba? Medyo halata.
Because it's also my obsession if there's one thing that I really want to get into, it's robotics. But I just don't have
you mean as a business?
As a business, I don't know if I have what it takes to be an engineer. I don't know if I have the analytical aspect of it. Pero I'm always watching things about the future. And na-notice ko dun sa content mo, there's a lot of stories that are about the future.
I'm really into sci-fi and technology in general. So, yeah.
And is this the one ba?
Hindi.
This is Godzilla fighting the Filipino, diba?
Yeah.
Filipino monsters ba yun?
1,000 years from now, yung pangalan.
Yeah. Many podcast na yun ginagawa mo.
Talaga ba?
Parang, it reminds me of, ano ba, sabihin ko, Beyond the Box. Ano ba? Sorry,
Unbox Therapy.
Unbox Therapy, sorry.
Yes.
It reminds me of Unbox Therapy, Beyond the Box story. Yun ano ba yun? Okay. No, it reminds me of Unbox Therapy. Tama ba ako, Lester?
Unbox Therapy.
Have you seen it?
Yes, yeah.
Si Lou later.
Oh, it reminds me of that. And pwede ka na mag-podcast. Yeah, seriously, just keep talking. Keep talking the whole time. And you have a lot of nuggets of wisdom that comes out every few seconds naman Tito Paolo, dal. Okay, sige, let's watch this.
The voice for the girl is my wife.
I knew it. I was listening to this.
Before I sleep.
I was listening to this and I said, I wonder if this is Bani's wife.
Tell me about the old days. Tell me what life was like 1,000 years ago.
Is it okay if we watch it? Are you guys
sige
ready to watch it?
A box from a nearby bookshelf labeled history. He opened it like a book. And
Okay, sorry. Can we
holographic light.
put it on pause? How long did it take you to animate something like this?
This one didn't take too long. Hindi lang, it's mixed in with B-roll stock footage. So it only took about a week, I think.
You're like,
So
even if sometimes you feel like, kasi ang dami na sobrang bihasang animator, sobrang skilled na, it's the story that really puts it together, that makes it a complete package Kasi minsan, no matter how good the visuals are, but the story isn't there.
Actually, if you want to see an animation I'm really proud of,
Okay, sige, let's look at this.
Try to search for Karamoan travel vlog, or just Karamoan. And basically, I animated one of the folktales that Karamoan has. Mga 3 minutes or 4, somewhere in the middle. Sige pa.
Sobrang tito na ako. Laki ng TV. Kailangan ko pa lumapit.
Ayan na, ito.
This is you.
Yeah.
And the magical giant milkfish. Long ago, there once were 2 giant milkfish happily living on a secret lagoon in a small tropical island in Caramoan. They lived there for many years as guardians until one day a hungry fisherman discovered the island and the 2 milkfish living within it. Having never seen fish of such immense size in his life, the fisherman decided to catch them in order to feed his family. He tried for many days to no avail, as the fish fought valiantly for their own survival, until finally, the fisherman caught one of the island guardians. Not wanting to be left alone, the remaining milkfish decided to surrender himself, so that he may also be caught with his friend. But because of the fisherman's wickedness, he decided to leave the surviving fish alone in the lagoon, to be trapped on the island by himself, forever. The following day, the fisherman mysteriously died after eating the captured fish with his family, and the surviving guardian continues to live his life in solitude, on the secret lagoon, in the small tropical island.
Ayan.
in Caramoan.
I wanted to clap kaya lang. Where do you get was this parang a folktale, or was this an original of yours?
Yeah, that's an actual folk tale that fishermen in Karamoan tell tourists, tell people, and that's an actual island that we went to in that particular video. So, it's these types of videos that I'm really proud of when I upload, because it has like history.
Okay.
It has that adventure type of quality.
You really pride yourself with researching, no? Kasi andun sa mga vlogs mo you're well researched and it's very obvious. So you really, before you go on a trip you really do your research first?
Yeah, I try to as much as I can. So.
Paano yun? I'm just noticing now yun nga, parang dichotomy na you're a director behind the scene. Tapos would you consider yourself a YouTuber?
Yeah, I mean, I have a YouTube channel.
So, good point. Good talaga. Okay, so you're also a YouTuber, di ba? Oo nga naman. Ano ba yan? Uy, sandali, na-mention ko ba yun? Hindi ko na-mention. Na YouTube talk to. Okay, yan, sandali. Baka dumudulas na yung thought eh. Baka hindi ko na masabi. So, how do you handle the parang transformation eh? Director behind the scenes, YouTuber, now you're in front. How are you able to do both at the ano bang question ko? How are you how do you transform from a YouTuber to a director? Parang sobrang different fields kasi.
Well, it's just for me, it's just the urge of telling a story. And for films kasi, it's such a long process. First you have to write your ideas and then to talk to your producer, gather a team. Do pre-production and then shoot it. And it takes a long time. It takes a lot of money. Dito kasi sa YouTube, you just think about the idea. What if I do this? What if I do that? And then you just shoot it. You don't have an actor with you, so you just use yourself. And that's how I got into YouTube kasi I wanted to tell these stories and not put too much. I still put effort into it, but not too much effort na it's an actual film that will take me half of the year or 8 months of the year. But just these small projects.
Okay.
The desire to tell stories.
Desire to tell a story, to exercise your creativity nga. This is a very good platform. Kasi you can't always movies are a few and far between sometimes. I mean, not just sometimes, even in mainstream, directors do wait a long period of time before another project, whether in Hollywood, Bollywood, and wherever. So for you, para ma-exercise yung creativity mo talaga, you're able to use this platform. Are there other platforms that you're also trying to espouse or promote your craft?
I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But basically, they're all there to direct people into my YouTube. Like YouTube is really my main platform.
May marketing background ka ba?
Hindi, wala.
Ang galing,
I'm just doing like what the other YouTubers tell me.
Paturo naman kami. Wala kaming... hindi, nag-i-improve na tayo, Lester. Sorry. Barbecue si Lester. Hindi. Nag-i-improve na rin ang Teddy Sage when it comes to funneling. Dapat nga ganoon daw, no? Everything funnels towards your YouTube channel.
Your main content, yeah.
And dito, may theme ba yung Instagram? Kasi yung mga nakakausap namin, usually may theme yung Instagram. Is there anything that you're really parang espousing, promoting?
Wala naman. It's just I just post like whatever comes up.
Ang cute naman. Parang kilala ko yung post ng cats. Di ba? Ang cute naman ng cats.
Yeah. Minsan short videos. Minsan behind the scenes from ano.
Oh, this is... I thought it was like stock image or something.
No. Those are my cats.
Wow. I have a question since you guys are cat lovers. Because I know how to... When dogs get too rowdy, play rough, I know what to do. How do you stop cats from... When sometimes, di ba, parang nag-away na eh. Can you guys break it up?
Oh, well, in this case kasi, they're not really fighting. Just play fighting naman.
Pero can it be stopped ba? Or you just let them be?
You have to, you can't really stop them from fighting if they're already fighting. But to prevent them from starting a fight, you can spay or neuter your pet cat.
I like that.
It'll make them less aggressive. And
is it best to spay and neuter your pets?
Well, I can't speak for all pet owners. But for us, we just want to prevent cats from overpopulating anymore of the streets. Kasi if our cats give birth, that's like 5 or 6 more cats, and we won't be able to take care of all of those kittens. So we really have to spay and neuter all our pets.
Parang dito nga sa High Street, they had a program, parang trap and release. Parang they get them and then they re-release once na neuter na.
Yeah.
So for health purposes as well, I think it's better for animals, no?
Yeah, there's health benefits then. And they're not gonna fight other cats, which that's less injuries. Ayun, less aggressive behavior.
Okay. So it's better when when animals or pets are neutered and spayed. Spay is for females.
Yes,
huh?
spay is for female. Neuter is for male.
Is one procedure more? I'm sorry, I know this is not your core competence. I'm sorry,
Okay
but
lang.
I just have to ask, just as from one animal lover to another. Hindi naman ako animal. Iba yung, I thought I was an animal lover until I met my wife. Iba pala yung level ng animal lover. As someone who owns, or not owns, someone who cares for cats.
Yeah. Which one is?
I'm just hitting myself in the head. Why am I asking a director this question? Pero anyway, is one procedure safer than the other? Kasi when you spay, you open it up, diba?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's more dangerous. It's more expensive. That's all I can say. Yeah, from my limited knowledge about it.
Tito Paolo, get back on track. Stop asking medical questions to a director. Okay, pero it's nice to know that spaying and neutering is really best when you're caring for animals, because at least they don't get territorial, and there are no, just like in the human race, unwanted pregnancies, which tend to populate all sa high street. Ang daming cats ngayon. No, I'm not sure if all are spayed or neutered. Anyway, Lester, let's bring me back, please. Bring me back on track. So going back to Bani's channel, do you have any questions ba, Lester?
Sa YouTube niya.
Oo.
Well, may nag-message lang sa akin, Bani. Pinakakamusta ka lang daw ni Gab. Kamusta daw?
I'm good.
Gab talaga.
Pinasok ko lang. Hi, Gab. Tanong ko na. Kamusta siya? Anyway, siguro yung kung ano lang yung naging inspiration mo kung paano ka nag-start sa YouTube. Kasi yun naman ang kadalasang...
Good question.
Okay. Yun yung kadalasan tanong ng mga memory keepers natin eh.
Yeah. So, I made this channel in 2012. And in the beginning, it was actually a channel for b-boy breakdance tutorials.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, those were the kinds of videos I was making sa umpisa.
Okay.
And then eventually, as I got older, I wasn't dancing as much. So, but I still wanted to make YouTube videos. So, naging travel vlogs, because I ended up traveling more because I moved from the US to here.
Okay.
Which traveling is easier here, going to different places. So, naging travel vlog siya, and up to where it is now na naging films, documentaries, and the occasional vlog na lang.
Okay, occasional na lang si vlog. Sorry, what are we watching here, Mr. Bravo? This is his first?
Yung mga unang-unang
one
video.
One of the first.
Sa Intramuros na nagbibiboy siya.
What's the date on? 2013.
2013.
So technically, this is the first upload ba?
Hindi.
Di ba?
It's one of them.
Grabe naman. Sumasakit yung likod ko. Alright, so you're showcasing the dance moves here. Okay.
Yeah.
Lester, alam ko naman sumasayaw ka. Hindi ako maka-input eh. Tulungan mo naman ako.
Hindi ako sumasayaw. Wala rin ako alam sa mga technical.
Baka i-pull up ko yung yung dance video mo.
Pull up mo. Mapapahiya tayo doon sa video na yun.
No choice ka. Okay. So this is still in Intermo. Okay. Bani, how young were you here?
Here I'm, let's see, 21 I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even remember when I was 21.
Grabe. So,
yes, Lester, you seem to be
tatanong ko lang kung sino yung mga influences niya sa pag-b-boy.
See.
In dancing. Because I started it with my friends in California. So, yun, they're my inspirations.
Mga friends.
Yeah, we dance together. Ayun.
Is there a community in the Philippines na breakdancing?
Yeah, there is. I actually entered a few competitions when I first came here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't entered in a while, but I'm planning to this month, hopefully. Pag may time.
Wow. Sama naman ko. Hindi ko kaya. Pero ano yung mga competitions? What's the criteria for breakdancing?
So how competitions work is we have a battle. So one dancer or a team of dancers versus another dancer or a team of dancers, and they go one round at a time. And then after that battle, usually a group of 3 judges who danced better. So it's very subjective because it's an art form.
Yeah.
So that's how
Are you how are you judged? How's the points? Sorry Tito na naman. Parang step up yung naalala ko kasi. Familiar ba kayo sa step up? Hindi na.
Yes naman. You got served.
You got mga ganon, di ba? Parang yun ang naaalala ko kasi. So how is the may point system, scoring system?
It's a judge's preference. So some of them prefer people who are more athletic, who do dynamic spinning moves. Other judges prefer dancers who really dance to the music. Like when they're dancing, it's not just acrobatics or gymnastics.
Okay.
They really try to incorporate musicality. And then other judges judge by the originality of the moves that they do. So if you want to win competitions, it'd be better if you know who is judging and then try to pander to the judges.
Okay.
I guess.
You have to do your assignment talaga. No, the originality part, I like that. Kasi baka mamaya, it's just parang amalgamation of all the moves that you've seen on the video, no? Bani, sorry, I'll put you on the spot again. Since you write, you dance, you're also a director.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one.
Oh, if I had to choose one.
If you had to choose one, which one would it be?
Well, siguro Well, it has to be filmmaking. It's the one that makes the most money for me. So
okay, sige. Let's just say you're already wealthy beyond your dreams.
Okay. Yeah.
No? And then everything's good, everything's already you're very much accomplished, and you had to choose one. Parang lang to, scrapbook ba yun? Ano ba yung mga...
No, it would still be filmmaking kasi dancing, even though I can theoretically do it till I'm 78 years old, there's still like a age limit for the harder, more dynamic moves. So there's like a time limit for dancing, but so I wouldn't be able to do it when I'm really, really old. But for filmmaking, the brain lasts longer. You can take care of your brain, and that's all you need for filmmaking.
Okay.
And it's also a collaborative effort. Even though I'm an introvert, I still enjoy socializing with other people, especially with creative projects. So that's why I love filmmaking too. It's not just something that I do alone, although I have the option, especially with YouTube. It's collaborative.
Yes.
And with more brains put together, the more beautiful creative artworks that people can make.
So it's filmmaking.
Yes.
You sure it's filmmaking? How about... no, I won't question that. So it's filmmaking. Filmmaking. That's the answer.
Ayaw mo yata maniwala.
Hindi. Kasi sayang naman yung youth. Yung the physicality is... Nako, guys, I'll tell you. Once you hit 40s, it's so different. Even the way a cheeseburger goes down, it doesn't go down the same way in your 20s, no? Diba, Lester?
Yes, tama naman.
Filmmaking can be physical too minsan, especially with documentaries. Like, for example, if you want to take a high angle of an event and wala kang drone, you don't have anything, sometimes I just climb a tree or a wall and then shoot from above that wall, above that tree. Or if something's happening 100 yards away from me, and it's only happening for a short period of time, then I do my best to get there as fast as possible. So it can be physical sometimes as well, especially for documentaries.
Ang galing, galing. Direk, I have to ask, how are you when you're saying that you're introverted? What should someone? Because I'm sure your introverted side, the people, your inner circle, they're the only ones who can see that. Kasi when you're at work, when you're doing other things, that extroverted side comes out. Pero just an example for me, my introverted side comes out when sorry na lang, I don't know if you should include this, pero let's just say family gatherings. I'm not so, that's when my introverted side kicks in, or when my friends have a party. Sometimes I just disappear. They call me the Frenchman kasi panay French exit daw ako. Tapos I just disappear. Anything that's not work related, that's when my introverted side kicks in. For you, paano ka when you're an introvert?
I'm the same way. Like anything that I think isn't productive for me, like I I immediately turn off. Kasi just to clarify, no, introversion doesn't mean like someone's shy.
Yes.
It's just the way their energy comes out from them. Like extroverts, they get energized from social interactions, but introverts, we get energized when we're alone, and social interactions deplete our energy. So we're more careful about where we spend our energy. So if it's unproductive, then most introverts will kind of shut themselves out of those situations. So that's what happens. So if so yeah, that's
no, that's good. That's good. Thank you for clarifying that, no? Because akala ng mga iba, pag introvert, masungit, ayaw mag-socialize. Pero different personalities eh. When you're very much introverted, sometimes, as you were saying, socialization depletes your energy. Parang si Lester, depleted na ang energy niya.
Sorry. IG stories.
Nag-IG stories ka lang ba? No, I just wanted to clarify that one because a lot of people throw the term around na introvert, extrovert. Ano pa yung sinasabi niyo, Lester, lately? Na sobrang new term sa akin? Ambivert?
Ambivert. Parang pwede kang yung may switch ba? Parang pwedeng extrovert or introvert.
Is that the term now, ambivert? Does that
Hindi
really...
ko rin sure, pero dalawang guest na yung narinig ko na
nagsabing ambivert.
Ambivert, yes.
Alam mo ako, before the podcast, hindi naman ako... Because seriously, this podcast for me, I guess you can include this.
Yeah.
Super counterintuitive sa akin to. Because I'm trained for the conference room where you shouldn't say... you only speak what needs to be said. Tama ba yung English na yun? You only say what needs to be said. Tama ba? Tama. Minsan talaga kumakaliwa yung English ko, hindi ko rin alam eh.
You need to say what is... Tama naman.
Tama, di ba? Tama ba, English teacher? Okay. So, tama naman. And then, there are times that when you're in the conference room, poker face ka lang. You can't smile as much. And then, once the meeting is done, shake hands, uwi na. Dito sa podcast, I have to do everything opposite. So, it's a long adjustment for us. Diba, Lester? Nung grabe yung sobrang cringe moment yung mga first few episodes namin.
Naman.
Grabe yun.
Papanoorin ko yan.
Wag na lang. Sayang oras mo. Madideplete ang energy mo pag mo na siyang panoorin. So, that's what I'm saying. No? At least, you were able to explain that part, especially the introvert side. But I don't know if it's talagang by chance that a lot of creative people are more introverted. Is there any advice that you have for introverts? Kasi ngayon, it's hard to be successful without collaboration. Mm-hmm. And in YouTube, you have to collaborate a lot. We experienced that. When was this?
2016?
2016, di kami nagko-collaborate. Or was it 2017? We weren't collaborating as much. And then, it's hard to progress. Is there any advice you have for introverts who are now... Ang daming introverts sa YouTube. Ang dami. How do I know? Because when I invite, it's harder for them to be a guest because they are very honest naman that they'd rather... it's very nerve-wracking for them to sit down and have a free-flowing conversation.
Yeah.
So, what's your advice ba for mga introverts and how can you excel on YouTube?
Okay, so there's a certain way kasi that people think a YouTuber should be, which is like a vlogger. Like you have to talk to your camera. You have to be spontaneous. You have to be sporadic. You have to be really energetic. Mm. That's what most people think a YouTuber should be. Mm. But I think not everyone can do that.
Yes.
Like it's better if you know your strengths, you know yourself, and you try to find a better mold or create your own pathway, create your own mold, and play on your strengths that you have. Play on the strengths that you have, and not try to be like that specific mold of a YouTuber. Like going back to what I did was I incorporated yung writing and yung voiceovers into my vlogs, and that's what made them a lot better quality-wise, and that's how I was able to make my stories, the stories that I wanted to tell. That's how I made them a lot better instead of doing it the regular vlogging way. So it's creating your own path, creating your own method of vlogging, of telling your story. And then the other thing, wala na yata ang other thing. I think that's it.
No, that's good. So it's really, you have to find your own voice, no?
Yeah.
So that was the introverted side, no? Advice on being an introvert. Lester, I need you to help me out on this first. Just bridge me through the gap.
Yes. Kailangan. Anong sasabihin?
Just take it from the introverted side.
Yeah, so sa pagiging introvert, yun yung advice ni Direk Bani. So, I think malaking tulong yun sa mga creators kasi yun yung mga namimit natin na creators dito. Halos introverted din eh. So, kailangan nyo lang na parang i-excel yung sarili nyo para ma-push yung creativity.
Thank you. Ang galing naman nun, ha? At tututo ka na. So, at least pwede ko na talaga ma-turn over sa inyo tong podcast na to.
With kay Ria.
Next year. Next year, no?
Yes.
Okay, so Direk, thank you very much for... You're doing well. You're doing very good. I heard you when I stepped out on you were asking how you are doing. You're doing very well. And actually, that side of yours na you're saying you're introverted, parang hindi naman halata. Hindi naman siya
Oo nga
obvious. Diba? Okay. So Direk, thank you very much for... is there anything else that you'd like to add? Ask at least.
Saan ka namin pwede i-follow if just in case na...
Me?
Yes. Where can we... If the memory keepers and the Direk doesn't need the help. I mean, we see the performance of his channel. Pero if they want to follow or watch more of your content, where should they go?
You guys can go to Bani Logroño. That's my YouTube channel. And all my other accounts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they're all Bani Logroño.
Okay. And for the memory keepers and future subscribers, when you do watch his channel, definitely it will be time well spent and the content is definitely worth watching. So we'll add him on the description box below, the link of his channel as well as his other social media platforms. Bani, thank you very much for coming. Bani, I hope you could also help me guest someone who's also into yung mga pet channels. Naghahanap kasi ako eh.
Okay,
so hopefully in the future, we can if you could refer me to anyone, that would also be a great topic. Lester, diba? Naghahanap tayo niyan.
Oo naman.
Yeah, I think I have someone in mind.
You have someone in mind.
Okay.
Antayin ko na lang, Bani. Asahan ko, ha? Okay, Lester, please take us home.
Okay, Memory Keepers, let's go home.
Ayan na naman si Let's Go Home.
So, Memory Keepers, I hope you like this episode. And if you do, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And to Direk Bani rin, syempre.
We'll put all the links and all the details in the description box.
Yes. So, Direk Bani.
Bani, I hope you had an okay time.
Yeah, this was wonderful.
At least we got to know you better. And we got to know the man behind the voice.
Yes.
The James Earl Jones and the Morgan Freeman of the YouTube world.
Oo nga.
Kilala mo ba yung Lester?
Si Morgan Freeman lang.
Si Morgan Freeman lang. Okay, sige Lester.
So, yun. Direk Bani, thank you again so much for coming here on our Spill the Beans. And Memory Keepers, see you on the next
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye everyone. Bye.